I'm here at the Hub Culture Pavilion in Davos, and I've got, I think, possibly my favorite moment of the week. Lucian Tarnowski, Brave New. It's our 7th interview. A lot has changed.
It has.
And there's a bit of a shift in terms of what you're focusing on at Brave New. A little bit of a different name. Tell me about it.
So really, the vision has always been the same, where what we're trying to do is change the way companies learn at scale. And so what we've focused on is being a collaborative learning platform. Mm-hmm. So what we do is think of it like Slack for learning. We help companies bring online communities together and help them achieve a common goal, a common purpose. Because most companies, knowledge is getting stuck. It's getting stuck in silos, and they're really, really bad at sharing knowledge. And so what we do is focus on motivating people through communities so that they can learn from each other socially.
So tell me how that works. I know that healthcare is one of the areas that you're focusing on. How would that work? Who would I be in a healthcare company to come and use you?
So clients in the healthcare space, we've brought GE on, which is super exciting, with a partnership with Clinton Foundation. Mm-hmm. We've brought Genentech in that space as well, in the innovation space, and the Institute for Healthcare Improvement. And basically what we're doing in healthcare is helping these healthcare companies innovate from each other. So healthcare is completely siloed. It's really broken. The average innovation takes sometimes 18 years to go through the system.
Gosh.
And that's costing billions of dollars. And so what we do is help bring these health doers, these health innovators together across the US and help them share with each other what's working. And this includes cities across America. So when one city, when one healthcare company comes up with something that's of value and can be shared and can be scaled, it gets shared right across the community, and everybody can go and take that concept, take that data, take that best practice and go and apply it at scale.
And it's not seen as stealing somebody else's idea?
No, because actually it benefits everybody, because the healthcare system is so broken. In the US, people recognize that they need to work together, they need to work collaboratively. So it's really about bringing all the different stakeholders together across the whole healthcare innovation ecosystem, which includes hundreds of different healthcare companies, insurers, cities, city mayors, the individual city organizations, to bring them together to enable them to achieve that best practice sharing and that scale around what people are learning.
Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the same works in companies. Same companies are really bad at sharing knowledge. They're really bad at scaling innovation. And so what we do through these communities is, one, provide them the platform where people can share and learn from each other. Two, provide them the methodology, which is often where they go wrong.
What does that mean?
So when you think about social in the enterprise social, you think about Yammer, you think about the Microsoft suite. You've got Jive and platforms like that. Really, there's been a lot of social fatigue. It hasn't really lived up to its promise. The promise of collaboration hasn't really delivered. And so a big part of what we do is focus on the methodology around community building best practice. And we walk all our clients through a 90-day onboarding period where we apply our best practice with them, and we really help them get live. And then once they're live, we have that analytics engine that tracks everything people are learning, tracks the data behind it, really understands the flows of knowledge around the organization, so that ultimately the company can then apply that learning to keep improving the community. And we've got some machine learning tools in there that curates content from across the web and keeps making the community smarter. So it's like this learning circle. It's like helping companies keep innovating the way they learn. And I'm of the view that when you think about the pace of change of knowledge, now so much of us are knowledge workers. We need to be learning all the time, and most people are completely inundated. We're swamped. And so we need to get smarter with how we think about learning, and that's ultimately what these are trying to do.
Where do you think the future is with machine learning? How is that going to impact your business?
So I think, so we use machine learning. We use a product from IBM Watson, and we help our clients curate content from across the web using machine learning tools. But I really think the future is in human-assisted intelligence. So it's when you get the AI and machine learning coming together with looking at the patterns of what are people learning, where are people's expertise lies. Because to me, when you think about human capital, it's the world's most wasted resource. There's a huge opportunity for companies to get more out of their human capital. I think most business leaders know that 80% of the value in the organization is being created by 20% of the employees. And so the question is, how can you look at the behavior of those 20% and understand what are they learning and really understand what makes them so good at what they do and try and scale that through the rest of the organization. If we can do that, my view is that companies will be able to get many, many multiples out of the performance there at human capital. And that to me is the future of what every company needs to do to stay competitive in a growing knowledge economy.
Lucian, thank you very much for coming back. I'm looking forward to our 8th interview already
Absolutely.
next year.
Thank you, Edie.
And I'm Edie Lush.